past 2 weeks have been packed with exciting and intense astrological events, leading to some truly unforgettable moments. In this Astrology IRL video, we're going to cover two stories from this eclipse season. It has been no shortage of cosmic drama, so make sure to stay tuned for it all. Up first, James Corden ended his 8-year stint as the host of The Late Show. He announced his intention to leave in April of 2022, and just 1 year later, on April 27th, he said his final goodbye. Many have been questioning why, but we are here to let the astrology talk for us. First off, these were both during eclipses. The 2022 eclipses, which were in fixed signs, were getting lit up with changes, separation of that which is no longer serving us. April 30th, 2022 is when the Taurus partial solar eclipse happened at 10 degrees 28 minutes, followed by a May 15th or 16th, depending upon location, 2022 Scorpio total lunar eclipse at 25 degrees 18 minutes. This eclipse season that just occurred in 2023 is a transition of what has been finalized into the next steps of the unknown. April 19th had the Aries total solar eclipse at 29 degrees 50 minutes. May 5th, 2023, the Scorpio lunar eclipse at 14 degrees 58 minutes. Let's pull up James's chart and take a look. Here is James's chart. We do not have an accurate time for him, so please realize that the ascendant may change. He may actually end up being a Virgo ascendant versus a Leo. However, the places that we are looking definitely don't need a time for that, as they're going to be pretty much where they are. So in these yellow highlighted boxes, you see we have the Taurus house as well as the Scorpio house. Scorpio residing in the third, Taurus residing in the ninth. And this is where the eclipses happened. We also, in the blue boxes, have highlighted, again, speaking about fixed signs getting lit up during these last two eclipse seasons. Over this last year, we have James with a 28 degree, again, depending upon time, minutes, arc minutes might be different, but a Leo sun as well as a Mercury retrograde in Leo too. So definitely having that moment of fixed sign being lit, the self being lit up, the self in how you, especially if this becomes either the first house or the 12th house, how you, if it's the first, how you present yourself out into the world. If it's the 12th, how you really feel about yourself, how you integrate yourself into the world, the broader landscape of what you are doing. If we look back over at we'll start up with the Taurus house, this ninth house. He has Chiron sitting in Taurus. And if we looked at when in April 30th of 2022, which is where he announced his intention to leave, that eclipse, that new moon, partial solar eclipse in Taurus happened at 10 degrees 28 minutes. So it absolutely was conjunct his Chiron. And that right there is that moment of intentionality to say, you know what? I know where I'm at. I know what I want to do. I know how I want to move forward. I feel okay about this. I feel strong that I can announce this intention and it's going to work. Everything's going to be fine. I don't have to worry about, oh my God, what's going to happen? Like, sure, all of those questions are still there, but I can feel okay about what I am doing. Then, if we look towards his Scorpio house, that is the third house, he has Uranus at 12 degrees, 45 minutes of Scorpio. And again, with the May 15th, 16th, 2022, so that's sister eclipse, it was at 25 degrees, 18 minutes. So again, not a exact conjunction, definitely still within the same sign. Uranus is a big enough energy that this is that shock. This is that movement. This is the, okay, things are happening. We are here. Things need to change. I am ready for this change. I am ready to the third house, if that is in fact his third house. I am ready to communicate those changes. I'm ready to change my daily activities. I'm ready to shake things up in the way that I do things within my life, because this is also where the nodes are. So the nodes are bringing us forward into what we want to do, and then allowing us to close out what is no longer serving us. Then with the 2023 eclipses, the May 5th, so was at 14 degrees 58 minutes of Scorpio. This one is conjunct his Uranus. So this is where that final ending happens. It's the transition. What is going to be next? And if you did watch any of his final show, you could tell there was a lot of surprises that he wasn't expecting or wasn't prepared for. And that's that Uranus energy. It's like this gift of Uranus to say, James, we're, proud of you for setting your intention a year ago, proud of you for taking this change, these new beginnings, these brand endings, and moving forward with your life. Here's a way to celebrate that. Here's a way to bring things forward with that. And now we are going to head over to Tucker Carlson. We just got to look at what controlled change during eclipses can look like. Now let's transition to what unexpected change during an eclipse looks like. On April 24th, 2023, Tucker Carlson and Fox, quote unquote, parted ways. Very unexpected and very interesting how this story has evolved since this announcement. The influence of Mercury retrograde and Pluto in Aquarius also stationing retrograde. There are now text messages that are being brought into the conversation from 2021. That is when the nodes were changing to the Taurus Scorpio accesses. So there's just more to this story that is slowly unveiling as we work with this eclipse season and this transition of the nodes. Eclipses are all about great endings and beginnings. So, what will Tucker do with it? Let's pull up his chart. We do have an exact time for Tucker. So this is an exact natal chart, and there's a lot going on here. So I have again marked where the eclipses are pinging. We've got up in the 10th/11th, the sign of Taurus, and down in the 4th/5th, the Scorpio house. And he has some very interesting planets in both. So, first off, down in the Scorpio house, he has a Neptune at 27 degrees, 23 minutes retrograde in Scorpio. And up in the Taurus houses, he has a 2-degree, 5-minute Saturn, a 25-degree, 38-minute Sun, and a 29-degree, 43-minute Moon. So, talking about this eclipse season, the 2023 eclipse season, we had on April 19th, 2023, an Aries annular total solar eclipse that occurred at 29 degrees, 50 minutes of Aries. Now, you can see here, he has got a lot going on in Aries as well. He has Chiron at 5 degrees, 40 minutes, which I have put in the blue box. He has a 15-degree, 25-minute Venus. However, this eclipse that happened on April 19th was conjunct, even though it was outer sign conjunct, it was conjunct his Saturn. So that applies that pressure, especially in the 10th house. Pressure in the 10th house. What exactly? I mean, it's just this moment of that is where the moon was. And it's this moment of pressure against like how I'm feeling about where I'm at, how I'm feeling about the boundaries that I have, how I'm feeling about the structures in which my 10th house, the house of what I do in the world, how I bring my purpose forward, how I manifest the best version of myself, how that is being pressurized during this eclipse cycle. And then we would have obviously the sun on the opposite end. And on the May 5th Scorpio lunar eclipse, that was a prenumbral lunar eclipse, that happened at 14 degrees, 58 minutes. So we don't have anything really conjunct Neptune. However, it is in the same sign. So here you have this kind of unclarity, right? Neptune wants to veil things. Neptune wants to bring the veil, kind of distort a little bit. And especially when he's retrograde, he's fully gone inside, fully gone underground. And in Scorpio, it's like the mysterious scandal. What is going to happen? And that is where I really see, as this eclipse season of 2023 is working, it's where we see this Mercury retrograde, Pluto in Aquarius retrograde, this influence of Neptune and Scorpio in his natal chart. We're not really getting the whole story. And maybe that's not ours to own, right? But what is the story? And how is Tucker going to move through that? How is he going to take what occurred during this eclipse season and make it into something that can be really grand and really amazing for him, and continue to push through and forward with that? Because what's going to happen is we're in a transition year. So we have these 2023 eclipses, whether that was in Aries or Scorpio for this last cycle. And when we get to October, actually, because they're both in October this year, when we get to October, we'll be finalizing out that last one in Taurus. So he'll have one more in Taurus to go through, and then it will be in the sign of Libra. And in this chart, he doesn't have anything in the sign. Oh, he has a Uranus at a 0 degree, 4 minutes retrograde Libra. So that might be more unexpected things coming up, especially if it is in the third. Well, yeah, it is in the third house. So that could be those more surprising things around the communication, around what he's doing, around, like, more could just be coming up with this. This story isn't over. That's what I'm reading, is this story is not over. There is going to be more to come. And it's really going to be, as it always is, on Tucker to take what is happening and use it however he needs to use it to walk towards his purpose and his power. That has been your Astrology IRL. Stay cosmic, and we'll see you next time.